Hello and welcome to Stories on Tuesday. We're on the PS4 with Coffee Talk, and this is part 4. The goal of Stories on Tuesday is to just play a game and get the story. Try and play different games with different ways of storytelling. Here, drinks are like a puzzle game, and we just sit back and watch the reactions and the interactions with the customers in our coffee shop. I couldn't tell you if there's an overarching story. At the moment, I think it's perhaps the story of one customer in particular and their quest to write a book. But other than that, we just had different customers on different days with different stories. Some of them have been connecting, and each day starts with a new newspaper. Alright, so today's newspaper. Werewolf representatives push the ministry for more accessible sedative. And we've had that for the last few newspapers. Doctor from Salak Town arrested for experimenting with child cloning. Military personnel stationed along East Coast to prevent immigrants flooding in from the Atlantic. That's a big headline and we don't know much about that, so I wonder if we're going to get that today. Oh, we're straight in. Okay. So they're currently talking about the book she's writing, but Freya also works for a newspaper. I wouldn't say she's bankrolling the coffee shop, but she's certainly here a lot. I haven't seen him for a while. Garlo's a werewolf. We're trying to give him a drink that will help with his werewolf stuff. We've been unsuccessful. But hey, if you're interested in just watching and reading the story, you're more than welcome to head over to our Ko-fi page. There's a subscription tier that is just stories without my commentary. So you're more than welcome to sit back and not just watch and read this one, but as well as the other story games we've done on this Tuesday series. Tea and ginger. Tea and ginger. Of course, for completed recipes, we have the brew pad. And I could scroll across to tea. So we tried tea. Well, doesn't have all of them, unfortunately. Tea. Ginger. I'm thinking cinnamon, maybe? Cool, sweet, but warm? The hint he gave last time was that we'd know when we'd done it right. Masala chai. It doesn't look right, does it? If he knew it was masala chai, he would have told us. So let's trash it. Try again. Whoops. Tea. Why was we doing ginger cinnamon? It's a little different, isn't it? It has tea and ginger. I don't even know why I'm hung up on the cinnamon part either. See, this is the part of the puzzle. Unfortunately, the brew pad doesn't have anything like history. So I can't go through to what we've done before. I can't see what we've tried doing for him before. So unfortunately, I can brew it and see what happens. Man, do we go for that? Why not? So if it was a named, he would have given us the name. Ah, man. That's kind of the problem with these Stories on Tuesday videos is, regardless of how good or bad we do, we keep going until we either die and can restart, or we finish. So, Mr. Gala, oh man, it's a shame that we don't have a record of what we've done for him. Maybe it was tea and ginger. Perhaps it has to be Ginger second. We're talking about his Mr. Gala's friend, the vampire. The vampire's old and blunt. I haven't seen him for a while. Was he in the first video? First part? I can't remember if Bailey's was in a relationship that's it's going through some trouble at the moment. Freya's story is set in the restaurant, you see. Yeah, Freya's book does sound complicated, but kind of choose your own adventure style complicated. Oh, that's the point. Back when this was coming out, Netflix did have a few choose your own sort of TV shows. I don't have Netflix, so I never saw how that actually worked in practice. If you saw that, put in the comments, let me know. I hadn't thought about those stuff for a while. We know what it's roughly about, but she doesn't want to tell the other people she's basing it off, though. Ginger latte, if you know how to make it. Again, we could look at the brew pad. Whoops. And coffee latte, coffee, milk, milk. ginger latte, there it is. Coffee, ginger milk. So coffee, ginger, milk. And that should work. So we'll serve that. Hey, we actually got one of the drinks right. I wonder if we get the drink perfect, if steam coming off it's a sign of that. Because there was no steam coming off Gala's drink. You can look at their eyes to see who's looking and talking at who. Gala's at its phone, whereas those two are definitely with each other. Yes, I was right, he is from the first video. We had Laura in part 3. I think that's where the vampire got a little blunt and to the point with her, but in a I'm trying to help you kind of way. Cognac, okay. Cognac or cognac? I hope you're following this better than I am. Give him alcohol names because his name's Bailey's. I'm guessing the theme. Ah, so his friend was sleeping with the girl he was after. That's the only punch he landed, I'm sure. That's how he ended up with Lua. So Lua was his best friend's girlfriend. But Lua and Bailey there caught Cognac with who Bailey was after. Yeah. About here, what happened? What Lua was doing, maybe. Talk about the vampire here. That's his name, Hyde. Okay. Lua wouldn't do that for him. That was Lua's issue, really. I was thinking, unless you become successful, then it's, yeah. Ooh. A little bit of racism in this game, okay. I mean, there have been hints of it a little bit here and there, of groups having disapproving opinions of each other. There we go. He doesn't get it because for Lua, family is so important, and for him it's not. Yeah. Which is kind of what Hyde was talking about a little bit. Yeah, you could come off and say that Bailey perhaps hasn't thought about it from Lewis' perspective. That's also that point. I didn't think about that. Don't look away, Bailey. Come on. Yeah, that is rather deep. But it's kind of what his friend was saying, but he's doing it in a much more approachable way. Oh, Gala's a nurse. So with Gala, we get examples, possible futures, possible outcomes, things you need to think of. Whereas Gala's vampire mate was very much a bit more blunt to the point about it. So it is interesting how they have different approaches to it. I do want to get Gala's drink right eventually. Hopefully we get a few more chances. It's tea and ginger, but what's the... Like, if it was going to be a chai latte, he would have told us, wouldn't he? Perhaps I'll have to check the videos I've uploaded and see what I've done before and try and do something differently based on that. Or at least make a memo of what I've done. Unfortunately, the brew thing on the left, that press square, doesn't exactly keep track of what we've done for other customers. which I think is a little weird. But that's the end of the first day. In these videos, if you've missed the other parts, we do 2 days. It works out around an hour. September 29th. So yeah, we did Saturday, Sunday last video, Monday and Tuesday today. So what's the newspaper going to bring this time? I'm guessing WHO's World Health Organization vows to stop major hospitals selling Fury sedative illegally. Gala might know something about that. Coachella 2020, 10 reasons why you should go, and sports tournaments in space might only be a few decades away. Well, we did have one customer from space. Ah, there they are. Wait, their drinks have steam coming off them. Did we get his rights? Get it right off camera, so to speak. Oh. Tea. Ginger. Milk. Ginger milk tea? Well, we can trash it has done it, has reset itself. So what if we do tea, milk, ginger? What's that do? Okay. That looks right. Part 2 maybe? He said, when we get it right, we'll notice it. And his name's Gala, that's Gala, and you can see he's a werewolf, so the heart is heart and something else. I think we got it. Damn, it took so many tries. But I think we actually did it. Come on, come on, come on. Don't you dare crash on me. Unity games on my PS4 don't work brilliantly, unfortunately. We did it. I thought we're gonna go back to like 1960. But we knew that they met here when it was a bar, but we don't know the details. Oh god, she's the big strong man. A werewolf. anything like that mentioned in the story so far. Looks like they both found each other when they needed each other a little bit. I wonder what war, because this is not our time. So 50s, 60s, was that Vietnam? In our time? I wonder what that would be for them. Perhaps they got the person who turned him into a werewolf, maybe. And Hyde owed Scarla his life as well. It's a shame Freya's not here. She would have loved that for her book. Tea drink, warm and cool. We didn't say green tea, so that warm and cool. A lemon would be warm and cool. Need something that adds a little bit of warmth, like cinnamon. That doesn't quite work, does it? Tea, milk. Warm and cool. Lemon might work. Maybe that will work. Warm, cool, and bitter. I think it hits all the notes. So you think the lemon and the milk would curdle, perhaps? But it's warm and cool. See what he says. Hey, it worked. Doesn't always need fancy names and fancy art. Talking about Freya like she's a fixture. Yes. Hyde and Freya. I think they'll be fine, but ooh, see? That's that snide little burn that we know Hyde for. She didn't call it good at the time, did she? didn't really want to get into it with us, did he? Being from England, I don't really know this aspect of hospitals. Luckily, I've been quite good without needing a lot of hospital care. So, I don't know how accurate this is to modern day, or not. Or real world, I should say. Oh yeah, yeah, wow. Makes you wonder if he's got a ton of bonuses and stuff like that. Not everyone wants to grow up. People like to do what makes them happy. But also makes you wonder, when he keeps talking about people like me, is he still a bit afraid, maybe, or of what he is? See you, Gala. It's always raining. Have you noticed that? And all 4 parts, all 8 days, it's always raining. Yeah, you missed all the good stuff, Freya. No, I'm guessing Hyde likes her. Yeah. Maybe in another 50 years. Yeah, I'm a bit uncomfortable here, Freya. Do you really want to push this? There you go, Freya. Now you've opened a can of worms. Weren't that close? Personal feelings? What, do you think they had a relationship maybe? Sometimes people just need that extra push. Here we get now. Huh. See what I mean? Someone from space? He's looking at dating. Or intercourse. What's it going to be? Hugely complicated or funny, or do we ourselves get to input it? Ah, Neil. Neil Armstrong. Perhaps. I wonder if Neil's going to try and go on a date with Freya. Not from anywhere around here. Yeah, more. A lot more. Yeah, because the first time he came, or they came, we were giving them some advice. Anything. Yeah. It makes you wonder if we should make something truly horrible, like cocoa and ginger and milk or something. You know, something that's really out there. Or maybe we need something that takes one of these bars all the way to one of the ends. Double mint, green tea. Why not? All green drink. Marrakesh? Isn't that a city in Tunisia? We'll serve it, see what that does. I can't believe I've made a drink that had a name. So we went all green, see what that was like. Oh, we did give him a straw, did we? Well, the drink's gone, so I'm guessing it didn't do it. So all green wasn't the answer. Aww. Classified? Can you, Freya? Oh, go on, hide. Well, Neil is interesting. I'm guessing the sleeping around part. Yeah. Oof. Yeah, not quite getting the point there. We're going to get a dictionary answer here? Or is he going to ask her out or propose? That's a good point, Hyde. talk the talk, but don't walk the walk, I suppose, is what we're getting at here. Everything's stupid. It's a little awkward to watch this happen. Doesn't have to be complicated. Oh, we're having an adult conversation here. Simple. Okay, I like that. That's a good point. Oh. They made some what? What do they make? They're glossing over the fact that they made something to test it on. Really is weird. Neil is such a weird character that the game added. In a way, because it's so weird and so out there, it does kind of feel a little like filler. Like, it doesn't add anything to the story, it's just an extra character for them to interact with. I don't know, the naivety is what would you say, a little cringe maybe? She does. But she's also kind of used by the game as a plot device to move the story along. It does feel like Freya and Hyde have become frenemies in some weird way, you know? In this rain. Well, that will do for part 4. As I said before, each part is 2 days. And they were some fun days. It's always weird to see Neil. Why is it still raining? I don't understand that. So Coffee Talk part 4, it's honestly, this is one of the most relaxing recording sessions I have. I'm able to sit back, relax. The music is so nice. The stories real in the way that they can be to someone who's not an orc or a vampire. You know, they're relatable. You know, the characters themselves are not relatable in terms of species, but they're relatable in terms of how they act. So I really enjoy playing, and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. It's very much a nice, chill, relaxed kind of gaming time. So of course, yes, there will be part 5. But until then, or until I see you checking out some of the other videos, playlists, shorts, or even YouTube live streams, or maybe I'll see you over at Ko-fi. There's a small YouTube channel. We get no money from YouTube. Or at Ko-fi, we can get donations, including PayPal donations. I mentioned before that we got a subscription tier for this series where there's no commentary, but we have a couple of other tiers as well you might be interested in. Of course, feel free to donate. But wherever, whenever I see you again, please, take care.